Are you listening? Damn. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, peep the Nike Kobe 11 in the Achilles heel colorway. Kobe Bryant's final signature kicks with the swoosh. Or is it? At this point, all indications are in the affirmative. But before we close the curtain on the Black Mamba's signature line and hang the kicks for good, let's first see how the Kobe 11 performs on the court. On to the review. First things first, the materials. The silhouette of the Kobe 11 is a progressive low top that uses a stronger iteration of Flyknit that is also reinforced with TPU fibers. Cushion is a drop-in, full-length Lunarlon midsole with a zoom unit loaded at the bottom of the heel. The midsole features free flex grooves that work together with the outsole for enhanced flexibility. For traction, the shoes have a translucent, almost transparent rubber outsole. Mesh is used at the tongue. The swoosh logo, which is a thin TPU layer, also doubles as a support feature during side-to-side movements. There's also an outrigger for added support against ankle rolls. The inside of the collar has ample foam padding for comfort and additional heel lockdown. The Kobe 11 feels really light on feet, to the point that I get to put all of my focus on the game and not have to think about what I am wearing. As for durability, my only concern is the outsole. The rubber material itself is thin, and the treads are not designed for rough surfaces. Plus, the outsole has a cord-out section at the midfoot that extends from the heel to the toes. Next up, traction. The outsole is a translucent, almost transparent rubber. The outsole pattern consists of parallelograms aligned horizontally from heel to toe. There is also an almost full-length cord-out section in the middle that has rubber lines, but they don't lessen the court grip. Its function has more to do with the cushioning. More on that later. Straight out of the box, the traction is phenomenal. It is grippy and squeaky even on mildly dusty courts. On clean courts, the traction is superb. I did not have to wipe, not even once, so just imagine how consistent the grip is if you wipe the outsole with your hands every once in a while. Simply put, the traction of the Kobe 11 is one of the best, if not the best, that I have experienced so far. I don't suggest using this for outdoor hooping, but nothing is stopping you if you still plan to do so. Just note that the rubber material is not too rigid, although it's also not too pliable. It's somewhere between, and the rubber outsole is thin, so it may quickly thin out when worn on rough surfaces on a regular basis. As for heel-to-toe transition, the feeling is smooth. Movements felt like a natural glide from the back to the front, especially when running and sprinting. It is simply great. As for court feel, everything has been decent. It's not the best, but it's also not the worst. Personally, court feel felt more like above average in the Kobe 11, and I liked it. As for cushioning, the Kobe 11 has a drop-in, full-length Lunarlon midsole with a zoom unit at the heel. The word that easily comes to my mind when describing the cushioning is responsive. It really is from heel to toe. While the Lunarlon foam is not as plush as the one in the Kobe 9, I prefer the Lunarlon in the Kobe 11 more. Right after my first hour of hooping, the Kobe 11's Lunarlon midsole already had compression marks. For me, it's a good thing. The compression lines indicate that the Lunarlon foam is really absorbing and diffusing the impact with every step. We're yet to see how long the bounciness of the Lunarlon in the Kobe 11 will last, but I suspect that it will last longer than the one in the Kobe 9. The drop-in midsole also has hexagonal grooves at the bottom. They work well in conjunction with the flex lines at the side in terms of flexing with each movement of your feet. In other words, the midsole won't be too restrictive during push-offs and side-to-side movements, and it's a good thing as far as I'm concerned. It adds to that overall one-to-one feeling you get when wearing the Kobe 11. The zoom unit at the heel also offers great impact protection during hard heel strikes when running. The cord out section at the heel area of the outsole adds a bit of extra space for the zoom unit to really push down. The same is true for the Lunarlon midsole. It may not be too much help from a performance standpoint, but I'll take it. As they say, the devil is in the details, and this devil is the good kind, if that makes sense. Overall, the cushioning in the Kobe 11 is outstanding, and it will remain that way for as long as the Lunarlon midsole hasn't bottomed out and the zoom unit hasn't popped. But will the zoom unit pop in the first place? I can tell at this point, but I hope it doesn't. As for fit, go true to size. I've heard others suggest going a half size down, but I strongly discourage you from doing so, especially if you plan to hoop in the Kobe 11 a lot. Otherwise, your toes will jam against the edge of the toe box when stopping after a sprint or a run. You also risk your pinky toes rubbing constantly against the lateral of the toe box. So take the prudent choice, go true to size, and take my word for it. As for range of motion, you get what you would expect from a true low-top shoe. Adequate range of motion, or not just adequate but plenty of it. The Kobe 11 does not feel restrictive at the ankles in any way. As a result, you're able to do all necessary footwork without having the feeling of being held back. Now, if you're after a shoe with ample ankle restriction, this is not it. But if you prefer great range of motion, look no further. The Kobe 11 will suit you perfectly. Ventilation, however, is not one of the best features of the Kobe 11. but the breathability of the Kobe 11 is not really bad. It's just a little below average, and I've had worse pairs. I'd have to say that the support in the Kobe 11 largely depends on the fit, so getting that perfect fit for your foot is crucial. If you're able to do so, expect complete lockdown. I've had no slipping issues of any kind in my pair. I felt secure from my heels all the way to my toes. There's an internal TPU cup at the heel that is as high as the heel itself, and it really locks your heel in place. Add to that the plush foam padding at the ankle collar and you get great heel containment even if this Kobe 11 is a low top. All these give you the confidence in every step, making you feel that you're not heading into the way of injuries. Interestingly, the Flyknit upper is really strong. It is tightly woven and it has TPU fibers that are interwoven vertically into the Flyknit material. As a result, there is no unnecessary stretch, especially at the lateral of both the midfoot and the toe box when doing hard cuts, sharp turns, and crossovers. The swoosh at the lateral also helps reduce overstretching in that area. Just keep in mind that the Flyknit upper will loosen a bit over time. Mine did, and after 5 days of playing in my pair, the upper is fully broken in, which is a great thing since it has already adjusted to the flex points of my feet. But don't worry, the shoes will not significantly lose shape because the TPU fibers will help retain the shape of the upper. In fact, the Flyknit upper fit more like a sock at the midfoot after 5 days of hooping, which is definitely a plus. The lacing system also gets its job done excellently. When lacing up, there is no pinching or discomfort. As a result, you will be able to lace up tight and really let the laces pull the Flyknit at the midfoot section so that you'll have that one-to-one fit. There is also an out trigger and it can help reduce ankle rolls. But keep in mind that the Kobe 11 has no TPU shank. Personally, however, I've had no issues concerning torsional support. I've had no overflexing in my feet. But if torsional rigidity from a TPU shank is a big factor for you, the Kobe 11 might not be your thing. Other than that, the Kobe 11 offers average to almost a little above average support, especially for guard type hoopers. Overall, the Nike Kobe 11 is one of the best shoes, if not the best shoe, that I have played in recent memory. It's almost perfect with only a few minor exceptions. Plus, if you can grab that full-length zoom on Nike ID, expect even better cushioning. Now, if the Kobe 11 is the last signature kicks of the Black Mamba, the signature line is certainly closing its curtains on a high note that could be difficult to match, even surpass. Having said so much, I give the Nike Kobe 11 Elite Low a grade of A+, which is equivalent to a grade of 97 to 100 points out of a maximum 100. That concludes our performance review for the Nike Kobe 11 Elite Low. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe on my YouTube page, and add me on Instagram at freshpair.ph. Also, you can hit the website at www.freshpair.ph. That's it for now. Maraming salamat.